Hello and welcome everyone, time for a new Legacy video, and today I'm going back to Jeskai Wizards. So I have been off Jeskai when I'm playing Control decks recently because I've gone to Bant, basically because I think it's the best version to be playing against Reanimator right now. However, this list that you see on screen here is by Alessio Fadi. I definitely pronounced that incorrectly, I apologize. But more importantly, they won a massive tournament, basically the biggest tournament that Europe has, apart from the Eternal Weekend, which is 4 seasons, the Summer Edition, which had 220 players, and they won first place with Jeskai Control, or I should say Jeskai Wizards. So I'm just going to play their exact 75 cards, and there's a lot of good stuff to like here. Let's dive into what makes this list so powerful. Well, if you haven't seen Jeskai Wizards, basically what it does is it relies on wizards, surprise, surprise. So you have 4 Thunder Traps that gets you to search up cards. Tamiya, of course, currently if you're playing blue, you're playing Tamiya. Then back to old school control stuff, Snapcasters, and also Magus of the Moon. Now, Magus of the Moon is mainly here because it's a wizard. You sometimes play back the basics in that slot, but if you want wizards, I think this does make sense. Then we have some, of course, the blue stuff, Ponders, Brainstorms, Force Negations, Force of Wills. Also 2 Spell Pits is nice, and then we have a bunch of flavor cards like one-offs, Fourth, Yorion, Teferi. 2 Dress Downs is good because it houses a lot of strategies. And then removal spells. Flame of Anor is really the card to be playing with Jeskai Wizards right now. Very often you'll get a 2-for-1. And then in the sideboard, it can deal with a lot of stuff. 3 Surgicals is definitely interesting, probably because it's you can just use immediately if you use Thunder Trap, because it costs 0, so that makes sense. 1 more Magus and 1 Back to Basics for strategies that require you to shut down lands. 3 Consigns, 1 Force, 2 Wrath, a Stony Silence, and Pyroblast. Deck seems solid. They won a tournament, so it should be good, right? So let's see where we end up. Playing against KCC, I recognize the name. They have recently been creating their own Yorion list, which is it's really interesting. It's not something that you've ever seen before. So it does play up the Beanstalk, so we will maybe have a slogfest here. But I have Island Ponder keep, so I'm just going to keep, and I'm on the draw this time. So let's see what happens. Savannah pass. Okay, I'm just digging for lands. There's not a land in here. I'm going to shuffle. Yep, that's fine. Yorion. They searched up the sewers and they are going to play it. Leave it on top? Sure. I think I'm going to brainstorm straight away. They won't have days. A lot of Flame of Anors here, so I think I'm going to get rid of a few. 1 or 2. Definitely 1. Let's just put the other one on top, and I'm not sure if I want to get rid of it, but I'm just going to put it there. Probably going to draw it. If I have multiple, I can just pitch them to forces. It combines really well with all the trainers I have right now, so I kind of want to have them. Rumble is fine. Is what they reveal, and they take the Beanstalk. Sure, that makes sense. I'm going to have to fight over that. So I force, they force back, so I will force again. Do I want to pitch Brainstorm or Trainer? I think I want to pitch Trainer. Nice, that resolves. This is funny because this is such a typical battle. You just want to fight over whoever gets to draw more cards. I'm just going to play this Thunder Trap here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Flame. We've gotten rid of their force, so we can draw these cards very easily. Life from the Loam, targeting Wasteland. I mean, sure. I don't really care about Wasteland. Leyline Binding. Do I really care? I could brainstorm a response, but even if I find force, am I going to counter this? I just want to draw cards. I don't need the second mode. Like, what am I going to target? There's no threat, there's no artifact, so I'm just going to let it resolve. I'm just going to draw cards with this Flame of Anor. Not even going to wait, I'm just going to do it immediately. Draw. Okay, we whiff on the land drop, but that's okay. Magus of the Moon is going to be excellent here. Just going to play it immediately. They mill Days. Okay, so they are playing Days. That's interesting. Good for me to know. Okay, so let's draw land and just slam down Magus. I think if that happens, we win. Loam is okay. I could also go for Tamiyo into Brainstorm. Plains. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for Tamiyo into Brainstorm. Difficult for them to deal with. We know they just have a bunch of lands in their hand too, so this is fairly safe. I don't think I want to have these Dress Downs. Definitely not both. Let's think here. Yeah, I'm going to put it both on the top. Probably get rid of them, but I'm going to play the Vista so I can decide whether I want to draw one or not. If they remove Tamiyo here in response, I'm okay with that. I just want to get him with this Magus. Binding, sure. We play our Vista and pass the turn. They draw. Dredge's Insight. What does that do? Life gain is irrelevant. When enchantment enters, mill 4, put an artifact, creature, or land into your hand. Sure. I'm curious. What are they going to mill? They choose Dredge's ability, and they choose Bloodbraid Marauder. Yeah, okay, that happens. Living End. Okay, wow. So I guess we need Master Removal now. I'm just going to draw one card here, and then we're going to see what we're going to do. I think Living End is probably the only card they can hit. But it is unfortunate they found the Marauder, otherwise Magus Moon would have shut it down. Now this does mean that my Magus is quite useless. So let's draw. Snapcaster. Let's Brainstorm first. Swords is not bad. If I'm able to stabilize, that does mean that these cards are going to be good. I don't think I want to have another Force. I'm going to get rid of this land, and I guess Force. Maybe Force land, so I can potentially draw the land. Maybe I want it, because then I can Snapcaster. Yeah, maybe it's better for me to just get rid of the Magus. Play the Flatted Strand. Because I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have the Swords. Probably get rid of the Overlord, take a bunch of hits. Next turn, play Snap into another Swords. Kill 2 creatures, and then have Flame left. That seems right. So I'm just going to Swords right now. Let's fetch first. And I take the Force because I really want to be able to get rid of this Baelmerc. So there we go. If they do have the Force, I needed to do this. Because now the Flicker effects are not that impactful. They bring that back, sure. Take Yorion into hand. And they take back another Philia. Okay. Let's play that Tamio. Dredge's Instinct resolves. Insight, sorry. I think there's not much I can do to come back from this here. They have another Philia, they have Yorion, so I'm going to concede. This game's over. I think I'm going to need my time. So definitely bringing in these land hates. Wrathful Sky is going to be good too, and I think that's pretty much it. I could bring in like Pyroblast. They do have some blue stuff. But apart from Forces, not all that much. They do have Lorians though. But they also have a lot of stuff that's not blue, so I think I'm just going to leave it at this. Most of their stuff costs 1 million mana, so I'm going to cut these Prismatic Endings. How good is this Wrath of the Skies though? Because all their stuff does cost a lot of mana. Maybe it's not worth it. I do hit the Dredge's Insights and the Beanstalks. I'm not sure here. I think we're going to trim 1 Spell Pierce and 1 Flame. General tip, if you're not 100% sure what to sideboard, it's better to trim some cards because that means you have less chance of finding them, but you still have some number if you were not sure about your sideboarding. Just 1 land, that's bad. I can't keep this. Bit of Mana Screw in these both games. That's much better. Let's get rid of 4th. I'm just going to start out with Volcanic and 2 Tamio. I kind of want them to wasteland me here. Let's make him have removal. Sewers, nice. Of course, Leyline Binding just always hits Tamio, which is really nice. They did leave the card on top. I did see Daze, so I'm going to play the land first, then Brainstorm. Back to basics. Well, I'm definitely just going to slam that one down. What are we getting rid of? I think Snap. I'd rather have these. Put the Ponder on top there. I don't want to fetch a land right now. I want to be able to Brainstorm if I need to. Rumble, that's okay. Here's what they reveal, not Yorion. They take the Scalding Tarn, okay. Let's draw the Ponder. I just want to try and resolve back the basics. If it works, we just win on the spot. They didn't take Force or Negation, so I guess they have Force, Will, and some capacity. We'll see. Just resolves, okay, that's good. Let's yield. This is really awkward for them because now they need to get rid of back the basics or Tamio. Evoke the Endurance. Okay. So I guess they're going to play Bloodbraid Marauder and bring back the creature. That will be my guess. Called it. Still not unhappy here with this exchange. If we find 1 removal spell, we're good to go. Let's ponder. Is this keepable? I don't think so. I do have an island though. This Brainstorms. Then again, I can snap and kill the Bloodbraid. Maybe this is keepable. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Play the island. Play the Tamio. They're going to need to spend some time attacking this Tamio. So we have time, and they have 0 mana. So if we're close to stabilizing, we should get there. Tamio takes some damage. I'm gonna Brainstorm enough turn, dig for removal. Find a removal spell. I think we have the game locked. It's not a removal spell. Let's put back 4th and Force. Definitely plussing the Tamio. Guess I'd Brainstorm first. Dig for removal. No removal, damn. What are we shuffling away here? Fourth. I think I'm actually just going to use... I can play Tamiya and then block one of both creatures, only taking 2, and then next turn I can snap. It's probably safest, right? Yeah, let's do that. Cool game so far, though. Probably going to leyline Binding the Tamiyo. They're going to kill the Tamiyo. Do I care? Let's think here. Because they will attack the Scholar, putting it to 2. Then next turn I can still just snap, blocking one of the Blood Braids. And I have another one incoming. I think I'm going to let this one go. Then again, they are tapped out. Yeah, I'm talking myself out of this. They are tapped out, so I probably need to fight over this. What are they going to do? I'm going to pitch the Ponder. So they attack, we block. Next turn. Now I guess snap into Ponder. Ah, that's good. So we are going to take the Flame. The Feaster. And now I can just play Protect the Queen. Not even going to attack. They did find another land. But as long as they don't have Leyline Binding, we're good. Attacking here is useless. They still do it. That does make sense. So let's kill that. Block this. Excellent. Plus that one. Not going to do anything. Just chill. Just going to win with it. Tamiyo Ultimate. Well, technically, Back to Basics is what wins me the game here, but you know what I mean, right? They concede. Yep. Anything I want to change? Don't think so. I'm just going to submit. They do have a cool deck, that's for sure. Another one-lander. Jesus. I really want to keep here, but I just can't. If they wasteland me, I'm going to feel awful. And they do play 4 wastelands, so I'm going to have to mulligan again. Unfortunately. Yeah, that's a keep. Let's get rid of this Yorion. Flooded into flooded, it seems. I will get my island. Okay, what are we getting? Swords, not bad. Take the Vista now. Swords next. Probably getting rid of it. Always nice that you can do island, plains, mountain with your lands. Mistrise Village is scary. So let's dig for Blood Moon. Should say Magus, but on the trap. They're going to respond. Days. Days is okay, really. I have more than enough ways to find what I need, so this sets them down a turn. I'm really okay with this Days. They replay it, sure. Let's dig. Brainstorm. Lots of lands here. Bit too many. Let's fetch, get an island, and play Ponder. We are digging. Yikes. I don't want this. I'm going to shuffle. Island. Jesus Christ. My cantrips are not working along here. Take Yorion into the hand. Sure. And now we draw Back to Basics and get him. Nope. Brainstorm. Let's dig for Back to Basics. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let's get rid of these lands. Play the Scalding Tarn. And pass, I guess. That wasteland. I'm playing around that one nicely. Okay, so I'm going to fetch first. Get that mountain. Tamiyo. Okay, that's a good one. Don't think I'm going to brainstorm straight away. I'm going to chill. I'm a bit afraid of that Mistrise Village, but there's not much I can do about it. They will try and kill it. I will try to brainstorm. Bowmasters. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Swords in response. And they force. I will force back. Nice stack here. That's some good stuff. And I think we end up winning the stack war. Okay. Not great. I think I do not want to have Wrath. I can use Yorion to shuffle away some bad cards. What am I shuffling away? Is it going to be Trainer or Swords? I think it's going to be Trainer. I just want to stop their lands from working. Ideally. I could just draw it though if I want to. We'll see. If they are able to bring back the Oliphant, I may do that. Right now I'm just afraid of Bloodbraid Marauder. Should have kept my mouth shut. So I know I have Wrath for the Skies on top, so do I want to respond to that? Guess not. I guess Teferi is really good, bouncing all the stuff. I think I'm gonna take that. Oh, damn, misclick. I clicked on Wrath of the Skies. Okay, that sucks. But okay, so be it. Do I want a Trainer first? I think so. Digging for removal. Press down. It's not good. Does draw me a card, though. Probably take it. At least next turn I can hardcast Yorion. It's something. It's so stupid that I misclicked, though. If I could just bounce this Oliphant, that would be amazing. Now, I can do some shenanigans with the dress down. It's something. So let's yield to this stuff here. Now I'm going to dress down. Let's see what we draw. 4th. No, not bad, not bad. Will they play removal? They do play some removal spells, but okay. As long as I can just kill this one, I'm not unhappy. So they kill my Tamio, but I'm able to kill that. Man, that misclick onto Fairy. It's going to cost me the game, I think. What's this then? Look at the top 3, put 1, okay. I could also just 4th for everything. Don't hate that. It does walk into days, but I could also just Yorion. Draw a bunch of cards, maybe that's safer. Yeah, let's do that. Huh, no removal spells. Well, I'm going to pass. If I don't find a removal spell, what I'm doing next turn is I'm just going to 4th, but I'm probably just not going to attack. I don't think I can let the Fairy resolve, because then I'm just not doing anything anymore. Let's counter it. Another whale, sure. I'd like a removal spell now. I've only found 1 swords. Nope. Well, this is awkward. So I guess we just play 4th. Access 4 so I can play around days. I'm just going to attack with one of them. Magus of the Moon, not great. Where are my removal spells? I've now gone through more than half of my deck. I'm just going to block Oliphant with everything here. Okay, so they clearly do not have removal. Or maybe they use it now. Regardless, I'm just going to block everything always. Yep, that happens. Okay, nice. Nice. Overlord of the Balemurk. So I can... Magus of the Moon is going to be really good now. Especially since I can play it and hardcast Force Negation, so I like that. Okay, we do draw the swords. Excellent. Let's get rid of it. Let's also Magus now. And now we're looking good. Now it's looking really good. Now, funny enough, they can actually still cast Bloodbraid Marauder and Oliphant. 1 more mana and they can hardcast it. But I mean, okay, so be it. It's still looking pretty good for us. We do untap. Nice. Looking really good. Do I want... Yeah, I want to ponder. What are they going to do? Cast Bowmasters to Fairy. Nice, nice, nice. That's good. Let's play that. Play this. Wait a second. If I cast a Fairy now, I'm not able to force a negation. Do want to play it safe. However, you know, the Fairy shuts down Bloodbraid Marauder 2, so I think I just have to play it. Just gonna minus, and yeah, they just concede. Because I knew I was gonna minus and then I draw the blue card, so nice. This was a really cool game. Had a lot of fun here. Sweet. Next round. This is a bit too much air. Let's mulligan. That's better. I'm gonna keep and get rid of a land, I guess. Woo, Ancient Tomb into Grindstone. I'm gonna let that one resolve because I wanna be greedy. I wanna have Flame of Anor have full value, but they had another one, so good that I let it resolve. Mox Opal too? Well, sure. All in on the first turn. Now we do have Force, so now against Painted these days they do play Force Wall, so I'm not safe. I can do this. I can safely fetch up Volcanic Island though, since they're not playing Wastelands. Let's ponder. Don't think I want that Spell Pierce, but I do like Double Brainstorm. I'm assuming it's Blue Painter, but yeah, so I'm gonna Force here. Let's see if it's Red Painter or not. Nope. Oh, it is. Okay. Goblin Welder. Goblin Welder's really good for them. Let's Brainstorm. Dig for a removal spell. It's not good. Don't think I want Spell Pierce. Don't want to have Planes either. Oh yeah, I do need Planes. So I think I'm going to get rid of Snapcaster here. Fetch up an island with Tamio. Next turn have a wizard so I can pew pew. Assuming we're not dead, of course. But I think we just lose regardless because what they can do, yeah, we're just dead. They are going to activate this, bring or swap these around, and then we just lose to the combo. I'll show you. Here we go. So they activated Grindstone. In response to that, they will activate, and that means we are dead. Okay, they were just a tad bit too quick for me. Let's bring in these. Back to basics is good against them. Magus, not so much. But let's take out the Magus. Consignment Memory is okay. I'm just not sure if I actually want it. I guess I do. I have a lot of bad cards I want to bring out. Spell Pierce, Force Negation, stuff like that. And then I want some number of Consignment Memories. Not all that much because they don't really need it. Is it worth it though? Looking at my list, my guess currently is no. Yeah, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to submit. Yeah, that's the kind of hand you want to see against Red Painter. Let's keep. Wrath of the Skies is just ridiculously powerful against them. Are we going to go turn to Wrath? That would be hilarious. Do I want him ending the mocks? I don't think so. Just going to Thunder Trap. I will get a Yorion here. I want the island. Let's Thunder Trap. Digging for a blue card, really. If they Parablast this one, that's fine. They're actually going to do it. Okay. Saga, nice. Okay, so Wrath of the Sky's already looking good. Let's get full value. Engineer. Okay. I'm just going to Ending Engineer. Currently, Opal does not generate mana. Let's not forget. Flame is an okay pickup. Don't have a wizard yet. I guess that's why they countered the Thunder Trap. But I could also pitch the Flame to force. Welder, sure. Time to blow everything up here. I'm just going to pay excess 2 because I have another one in my deck. So that means I have 1 energy left. Boom. Fable. That's a good one. I don't think I can fight over this. I got 4s, but then my hand's just empty. I think I need to draw some cards with this flame. Drawing a wizard would be nice. Got what I asked for. So let's shoot and draw. Boom. Flip that one. Pass. Looking pretty good. And I think now, depending on what they do, I just bring back Wrath of the Skies with Tamiyo. Maybe just try and plus and win the game that way. I'm going to try to do that for as long as I can. Discard Spirit Guide and Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Let's just pop this on screen here. Grindstone, sure. That means we definitely bring back Wrath of the Skies. Pyroblast. No, 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 no. Oh, they actually just play into Wrath of the Skies. That's unexpected, but I'll take it. So I just fetch up my mountain and use the Wrath on everything. We did draw back the basics, which is nice. It's not the best anymore at this point, but I think we have control of the game, so Stony Silence. I'm not going to play it, and for the simple reason that I don't want my opponent knowing that I have it. We have full control, so no need to give him extra information. Yep, let's pass. Bolt, sure. I don't need it anymore. It has done its job. Thunder Trap, that's a good one. Let's play it. I'm gonna Flame, not yet. At their end step, probably. Force. Yeah, this game is already over, but we are playing it out, I guess. Painter, sure. So let's destroy it and draw a bunch of cards. And then they probably concede. Boom. Draw. Okay. No, they're not conceding. Okay. They're going to make me work for it. And now they concede. Okay. It's 7 cards to 0, so that does make sense. Any changes? I don't think so. I like this hand a lot. No removal. But apart from that, it's pretty good. Well, I guess Flame of Anor is removal, but it costs 3, so it's a bit slow. They mulligan to 6. Okay. I'm going to start out with a Tundra into Tamiyo. Pass. Next turn, Brainstorm, assuming they don't kill it immediately. If they can, they should. Goblin Engineer, sure. Mox. Okay, so it looks like they have a very aggressive start. Now, Mox currently does not tap for mana, but they can bring it back with Welder. There you can see that happening. So now the question is, do I want to go for Dress Down? My end step? Or do I want to Brainstorm? Hopefully find removal. They are pretty all in on this Chaos Defiler though, so I guess I Brainstorm. Okay, we did find the swords, that's good. So I think, what are we getting rid of? Don't think I want Yorion. Also don't think I want this island here. Oh, I made a small mistake. I did not have... I wanted to fetch up a white source and just swords immediately, but that's not an option. That's a small mistake on my end. Anyway, well, that happened. Next turn we can swords and play Thunder Trap. Painter. Okay, things blue now. So I think I actually want a swords Painter because next turn I can. Yeah, so I'm gonna swords this and then play Thunder Trap. If they bring back Mox Opal here, okay. Prismatic is pretty good. Although I want to have Force. Next turn, Flame of Anor is going to be good. So I think I just want to have removal spells, really. Let's take it. It's possible that they swap Chaos Defiler for Mox, but if they do that, I'm okay with it. Ancient Tomb, okay. I'm just going to take the damage here. Play Spirit Guide. That's a good sign. That means they do not have a lot going on in their hand. Oh, so I could either go Ending and then Snap into Swords. I could also go for Flame into Ending. I think what I want to do is I want to bait out a mass removal spell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Ending the Welder, hope they have a response, and then shoot these two. That's the idea. Let's see if I can bait them. If they just let it happen, I'm going to chill, because with this Dress Down, I can do it in... I can play the Dress Down in their end step, and then have a guaranteed way to get rid of all of this stuff. Okay, so that works. So I think I'm just going to chill here. Paint her. Let's think. What's the safest play? I guess I want a Flame of Anor here. Then again, Flame of Anor, everything in my hand is already blue, so I guess we just let it resolve. Now I'm going to Flame. So destroy this artifact and deal 5 damage to that. Now let's see if they have Red Blast. If they do, that sucks, but I could not have played around that anyway. Probably going to sacrifice. Yep, that's fine. If I kill the Welder, they're not going to be able to bring it back, so I'm okay with that. Take 2. Now I guess I want to Swords the Painter. Let's Ponder first. That's really good. Do I want Force or Ending? I think in this spot, it's better for me to now chill, take the Force. Next turn, play Snap, Swords, Painter, and have Force up. I like that. Another Welder. That's fine. It has Summoning Sickness. Here we have Snapman. Target Swords. Let's go to blockers. Kill the Ape. And Swords the Painter. There we go. They want to timely malfunction. No, we're not going to do that. Cute, though. This is why we took the Force. Excellent. Again, really cool game. This is why I love Jeskai Wizards. So many decisions to be made. And we know it's on top, right? So we're going to Ending the Goblin Welder. We put it there safely. And let's brainstorm immediately. Yeah, I mean, Back to Basics is not that great right now. It does shut down Ancient Tomb, but they will be able to cast 1 spell a turn. As long as I don't have a very aggressive card here, we should be good. Let's draw the Yorion, see if they have Red Blast. Afraid of Lightning Bolt, but I can't not do this. Also unlikely that they keep Lightning Bolt in against us. Looks like they drew the Red Blast. That sucks. Grindstone, sure. Thunder Trap, let's play it. Just need to get the advantage engine going here. Back to basics. No, I'd rather have Brainstorm, thank you very much. Dresden Flame, I think. Let's think here. If they have the nuts of drawing Painter, they can actually kill me immediately. So I'm gonna have to take the Dress Down in case they find it. But then what happens if I Dress Down in response, they can just do it in my upkeep. But then I can Flame. So I do think that's the best. This is me playing it as safe as I can. I'm kind of hoping it happens now. That would be sweet. Looks like they're going to Grindstone. So I will Dress Down now because it's still in my end step. Because I really, really want to draw that Flame. They can mill the rest. All working as intended. Wrath of the Skies, not bad. I'm not going to play it just yet. I'm very afraid of this. I don't know why, this 3 damage clause here. I'm not sure if milling themselves is correct, or milling me is correct, because they are taking 2 damage a turn, which is fine by me. Okay, now I'm going to shoot down Grindstone and draw. Red Blast, it seems. Good draw. And so I'm going to Wrath. 4th. Okay, does that change things? I still think I need to Wrath, because if I 4th, I can't kill them straight away, and I can't put them low enough to make Ancient Tomb useless. So X is 3, even though I'm only going to use 1. And they didn't milligan with Grindstone. I just don't think that's a good idea, because they put their life total so low. It makes it so my 4th is actually going to kill them soon. I get they want to get full advantage. that does make sense, but not if you have to pay life for it. That's what I think, at least. So I'm in for 1, put them to 8. And this means if they use Ancient Tomb, they are dead. And if I draw land, I also win. See, and this is actually because specifically they continuously used the Ancient Tombs, which is why I didn't agree with that decision. But nice, we got there. Really cool stuff. We've had a bunch of cool games here. So 2-0. Can we get a 5-0 here? That would be sweet. Let's ensure that we actually finish this here. Boom. Okay, round number 3. Welcome. So apparently I forgot to click on record for round 3. So I just played a tight game against Black Saga Storm, round 1. I won. So up a game. I didn't want to just throw away this entire league, especially after winning this one. So this is my hand. I'll go over sideboarding after this game again. So apologies. But it was a cool game. We were able to squeeze one through. Keep. What I can tell you is that it got me a bit by surprise that they have Black Saga Storm these days plays Entomb and Bowmasters and Echo of Eons and stuff like that. Caught me a bit off guard, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, let's just dive in. So I'm gonna definitely start with Island Tamio, so I can brainstorm, flip it soon. I was thinking about maybe countering the Lava Spur Booch, but I don't think I want to do that. Or the Whispers. I did bring in 2 Wrath of the Skies. Too good not to, so I'm going to slam in here. Let's play the Vista and brainstorm straight away. Bit afraid of Bowmasters, but so be it. They do have it. Can't do anything about that. Let's yield. Let's see what we get. I think I want put them like this. There we go. And I'm now just looking for Wrath of the Skies here. That would be the best card to draw. So these all die. There we go. Do I want to ponder now? I don't think so, because I want to be able to find Wrath of the Skies. I'm just going to chill. I also want to be able to spell pierce if they do have it. I boarded out swords, but I kept in prismatic endings. Probably important to know. Diamond. Okay. Ritual, sure. Because they're going to try and siege the mirror me. Sure, ritual. I said Besiege the Mirror, right? I meant to say Echo of Eons, of course. Oh, they do go for Besiege the Mirror. Well, nice. Let's counter that. Force Negation quite good because it exiles. Not unimportant. They will Echo of Eons. I should probably Spell Pierce here, right? I think we are just dead, though, because I will take... Do we survive? Because I'm going to draw 7. So this will tick up to 11. Potentially, if I don't Spell Pierce here and I draw... No, I board out my swords. No, I'm just dead. Good, so that gives me time to talk about my sideboarding strategy again. So here's what I did for sideboarding. What you basically want to do is you want to board out your swords. They're not that great against the deck. I took out 2 flames, also took out the 4th to Teferi. Not that excellent. And what you bring in is you bring in the Wraths. Back to Basics is good. Force Negation is good. Stony Silence also good. Consign to Memories, of course, really nice. Yeah, and that's how we submit. I thought about bringing Surgicals, but I don't think it's worth it, really. Sure, sometimes they have the combination of Bowmasters and Echo of Eons, but it is quite rare. So I'm going to keep it as it is. That's nice. I'm going to keep. Looking to maximize the power of this Wrath of the Skies, of course. My hand is quite good, but I need to survive the first couple of turns. Okay, so I'm thinking about actually just immediately consigning here. That means I don't get mana, which is really cool. I'm just going to do it. Nice, no follow-up. Mountain. That's Brainstorm. Maybe I should Thunder Trap. Yeah, that's Thunder Trap. See what we get. Looking for counter magic, really. Ending's not bad, but I do want to have Force Negation here. Bloodstained Mire. Thoughtseize. Am I okay with them taking away my Brainstorm? I think the answer is yes. I'm just going to let them see my hand. They take the Force Negation. Interesting. Tamio. Do we play it or do we Brainstorm? I think I need to Brainstorm first. Ooh, that is awful. That is one bad Brainstorm. Well, at least we have 2 forces. Let's put a Wrath back and a Tamio. Let's hope they go all in for a combo turn. Next turn I can play the Tamio. It's not Nah, it's not great. Really, I'm in trouble. That was a bad brainstorm. Come on, discard your hand, coward. I'm really hoping they go for... Okay, they entomb. I'm gonna let it resolve. They know about one force, so I'm hoping that they like Thoughtseize me. I force, and then they just go for it. This feels like a bait to me. They put Echo of Eons into the grave. Another one, sure. Chromox, sure. Echo of Eons. Let's counter. You actually have two. I'm going to do it again. And I'm also going to counter again. So that's kind of what I was hoping for. They are completely out of gas now. Tendrils in the graveyard. I have my Tamiyo. So yeah, on to the beatdown we go. I think I'm favored, but I'm not feeling safe just yet. Now, Chromox does not make mana currently, so that's at least something. They draw Saga. Good draw. Good draw. I do have my Wrath of the Skies, though, so I just need to draw a land, and I will just Wrath immediately. That means I have nothing left except bad lands. Let's draw. Land, please. No, but it's a brainstorm. Okay. Land, please. Nobody's stressed down. I guess I can't complain about that. I'm just going to do nothing here currently. Just going to chill. I'm curious if they're going to make a token. Guess they should. Indeed. Dark Ritual. That's a really cool play. I do dig it. Make a construct, sure. I guess they get the boots now, if they kept it in. I'm just waiting for them to make all these tokens and then dress down, get full value. Really blow them out. I heal Spellbomb. Okay, so in response, I'm going to dress down. The reason I do this is because now the constructs die, and that means they just don't have anything, and they concede. Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool game. We took this one down 3-0. Let's see if we get the 5-0. Again, apologies for not recording the first game. That's a bit silly, but I mean, at least you saw these two games, right? Okay, next one. On the play, let's start. I mean, I have turn 1, Tamiyo, and Brainstorm, so that's just the broken start that you always keep. Let's see if our opponent has a way to get rid of it. If they do have removal spell, I may just force. That's how powerful Tamiyo is. Underground Sea. Thoughtseize. Let's yield. They should definitely take the Brainstorm, but if they do that, I still have force left, so I'm okay with it. I'm just going to draw the card immediately. I don't want to walk into a potential Bowmasters. Bad draws here. Let's pass. Ponder resolves. They play Scalding Tarn and pass. Where are my blue cards? As soon as I draw a blue card, I'm going to feel safe. But 3 lands in a row is a bummer, as they say. Let's draw. Again, playing around Bowmasters. Another land. 4 lands in a row. Yikes. Not my day. Okay, no Entomb, end of turn. At least that's something. Of course, they don't know that my hand is terrible, so they have to be careful. Ancient Tomb, stock up. That's fine. Not gonna lie, this has me a bit surprised. You don't see a combination of Ancient Tomb, Underground Sea, and stock up together in the same deck. So this kind of feels like combo to me, but it doesn't. That doesn't line up well with what the deck usually wants to do, which is blue-black aggro. So I'm a bit lost. At least we draw Force Negation. That's pretty good. Do I want to draw immediately? I think I do. Again, I want to play around Bowmasters to my best capacity. Another land, Jesus. Well, so be it. Let's play the Vista so we can get a mountain soon. What I really need is a Brainstorm so I can get rid of all of these bad cards. Show and Tell. Okay, so it is a combo deck. Well, I'm going to try. My draws were awful, so I'm not optimistic here. I think we're going to lose. Okay, we do not. Unexpected. Brainstorm. Another land. Jesus. Man. Okay, well, let's just attack. So I'm going to draw a Brainstorm with this clue token. Ponder. It's close. Do draw the Force. Something. I don't want him Thoughtseizing away into Force of Will, so I'm actually going to draw the Snapcaster this turn. Tamiyo flips. Play the island plus that. They play Petal. Sure. They may just hard cast a spell, so sneak attack. Okay, so we are dead. Let's see if they have a creature. They probably have one. Yep. Okay, not much to be said here. I just draw like 5 lands in a row, so of course you're not going to win then. Anything I want to change? Do you think I want the Pyroblasts? I also think I want these. Don't hit Surgical against this deck. Maybe Magus is not that great since they're also playing Sneak Attack, and I'm going to leave it at back to basics. Dramatic Ending seems awful in the matchup. And Signs are okay if I can just stifle one of those triggers. Surgical's also fine, but do I want to take out anything else? I guess some number of swords. Flame is a bit slow too. That leaves me room for 1 consign, 1 surgical. I like that. Let's play it like this. Yeah, let's keep. That's fine. 2 forces is nice. Being able to start with Tamio is always great. At least, as long as they don't draw 5 lands in a row, it is. They have land go, sure. So I'm going to slam in here. Now, of course, I don't have to worry about Bowmasters. That does not make any sense. If I had Brainstorm here, they would have really just... like, they should have definitely always done this in their turn. Okay. I don't have Brainstorm, so it doesn't matter. But don't do this. Mountain Thunder Trap. I like the Pyroblast. I'm going to take that one. Let's see if they have it. Looks like they do. Let's force. Stock up. No, I'm not going to force stock up. Now draw back to basics. Boom, get him. No, but I mean, Teferi is close. I'm going to attack first and then play Teferi. Let's see if they fight over it. If they counter this, that happens. I'm not going to waste my force on that. They have to, though. Yep. They do pitch Omniscience. That's fine. They just petal after an island. Let's force will the sneak attack. Let's see if they have more counter magic. They do not. Spell Pierce, not bad, not great neither. Let's slam in. Brainstorm. I'm not going to Pyroblast Brainstorm. So this is basically just Sneak and Show, but they slammed in black for Thoughtseize. That's how it feels to me. I'm not sure if I agree with that choice, but Thoughtseize, sure. Do I want to Spell Pierce? No. Them knowing about Spell Pierce is awkward, of course. Feaster. Okay, let's attack. I'm not going to play the Feaster. I don't want them to know what I have in hand. Not that it matters. They will go for it. Stock up. That's fine. Now I kind of want to draw 4th. That would be hilarious. Thunder Trap. Okay. Let's cast Thunder Trap. Dig for counter magic. They're going to fight over this? They Pyroblast. If I Spell Pierce, they do have to get rid of the Lotus Petal. I'm actually going to do that because they can play around Spell Pierce anyway. And this means if they do have Sneak Attack, they only have 1 red source, so they actually can't pay. It's interesting. Of course, we slam in. Let's see what they have left. Now I'm just going to pause for a while because this is me signaling that I have Pyroblast. It's mind games, but it may work. Okay. Meltdown. Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to slam in. If I could just get him to 2 life and shut down Ancient Tomb, that would be hilarious. Bowmasters. Okay, so I'm going to dress down here. Let's dress down with these colors. Feaster. So they play black for both Thoughtseize and Bowmasters. I just don't think that's what we want to be doing with Sneak Attack, but cards are good, don't get me wrong. Another dress down. I don't hate it. Let's slam in. It's so funny that I'm that I'm maybe gonna get him with Thunder Trap a beatdown. Okay, let's dress down. This is so weird. What's happening? We draw Force. That's nice. I'm curious if they're gonna double block. They do. Nice. Sure. If we untap here, I'm not unhappy. They're down to 4 life, so Ancient Tomb is becoming a liability, and if I draw something like Snapcaster, we are suddenly in a good position. What do we snap? Depends on what they do, I guess. I'm definitely snapping end of turn. Probably take Pyroblast, I guess. What else? They have to counter. I'm gonna take the Pyroblast and just pass through turn. I just want to attack. I have Force, so Force beatdown. with Snapcaster. So Ancient Tomb is now lethal for them. They can't attack with Bowmasters anymore. I'm actually going to counter this Brainstorm. And then I'm going to attack. They have to block with Bowmasters, and then I will Brainstorm. I did not expect the game to be dependent on this. Okay, let's put these back. Fetch, Ponder. Flame of Anor, not bad. Do you want to draw now, or... I guess I just have to play Tamio. Next turn I can draw the Flame. Flip it, and then I think we're good. Unless they just kill us now, of course. Yep, they're going to kill us. Okay, sure. I'm not going to concede just yet, though. They can't use Ancient Tomb, so it's not game over yet. Thoughtseize also doesn't work. Sneak attack. They also have Petal, so that's unfortunate. And they got Emrakul, so I think we just did. Let's see the Emrakul. Indeed. Okay, unfortunate, but it happens. It is a difficult matchup, and we made, well, if we didn't have the awful game 1 where we drew 5 lands in a row, we should have had a game 3 here, and being on the play is definitely very important. So it's Magic, variance. Right, last round. Let's see if we can do a 4-1 here. This hand's nice. I'm going to keep. Do I want to go Tundra? I think I'd rather play it safe. Let's just get an island and dig up another land with this Ponder. We failed to do so. Sucks, but I still have... I can still pretty much play everything in my hand except Prismatic Ending. Yorion is nice. I'm not going to reveal that to my opponents. So... I guess I draw swords. And Yorion next turn. Yep. Goblin Guide. Playing against Burn. Okay. Just going to let it happen. So now that I know that I'm up against Burn, I can very safely just get that Tundra. Let's get rid of this. Next turn played a Thunder Trap. I've never played against Burn with Jeskai Wizard, if I'm being honest. So I'm not sure how the matchup is. Guess it should be scary, but I don't know. Okay, sure. Spell Pierce, that's a good one. I am going to Thunder Trap with this. So I have Spell Pierce and Swords up. Let's see. I guess I want another Spell Pierce. Yeah. So if I Spell Pierce this Rift Bolt, would they pay? I'm just going to let it happen. Or maybe I should just... Yeah, I'm going to Spell Pierce. Because that means they don't do anything else for this entire turn. Which is fine. Bolt me, sure. I just want them to spend their resources, really. And also I don't want them knowing that I have another Spell Pierce and a Force. I could see myself swordsing my own Thunder Trap. Not going to do anything. Depending on what they do, I'm going to Pierce and or Force. They don't do anything, so I guess I'm going to Flame, just draw cards. They will in response do something. Of course. I have Force, so just Flame. Bolt, that's fine. Fire Blast, that is not. Do they have another one? They do. Yikes. Well, that was the complete nuts. Let's see what we would have drawn. I was never going to play around that. Double Fire Blast. It fails. Okay, let's go to the next game. What do we do here? Nothing? Yeah, probably one Magus for one Force negation. That's it. Yeah, submit. I think Burn should be a difficult matchup. At least how it felt after game 1. I guess I keep. Let's Ponder. What's up? Tamio's good. Trap is good. Swords is fine. I think I'm gonna draw Tamio. Next turn I can Tamio and Swords. I think I like that. Nice. That's why we kept the Swords. Took the damage. Let's Tamio and Swords. Now they do Chain Lightning. I'm okay with that. As long as they don't do damage to me, I'll take any trade they want. Spike, sure. It's Mountain Thunder Trap here. Let's get a blue card. Force. I'll take... maybe I should take Ponder, though. Yeah, let's take the Ponder. Rift Bolt, that's fine. If I can hardcast these blue cards, I'm happy. Let us slam in first. And then I'm going to Ponder. But I could also just play the Plateau and pass. Maybe that's safer. They will run out of gas soon. Yeah, I guess I'm going to play it safe. Let's play the Plateau. I want to be able to spell pierce whenever I can. But if build me, okay, skewer the critics. Fine. As long as they deal 3, I'm going to let it resolve, probably. I can spell pierce that, so I will. 1 card left, 8 life. Okay, still a healthy amount. I will slam in here. And I think I'm going to Thunder Trap. Or maybe I should Ponder, so I can dig for another blue card, blue land, so I can hardcast this Force Negation. Okay, we did find the land. Let's Prismatic Feaster here. And I am just going to train again. Let's play him like this. Dresdown is probably going to get pitched Force Negation. Force of Will is good. Or do I want to draw Flame of Anor? I do need to draw some cards, and I have 1 counter spell already, so I guess I take the Flame. 1 card in hand, so whatever they do, I should be able to counter one of them. Price of Progress. So I only have 1 on basic. So that's 2 damage, right? Yeah, fine. I'll take 2 damage. I'm actually surprised they left that card in. Let's just slam in. I have swords now. That makes me feel good. Do I want to counter that? I don't think so. And now I will flame to draw some cards because I can counter whatever they have left. And I imagine that they try and go for it now. They have something left to kill me. They do not. Okay, that's good. Maybe they have a land in hand, something like that. Let's Tamio first. Brainstorm. Let's put them like this. Plus the Tamio. What I did here is a bit unsafe, because they bolt me now, I'm dead. But, I mean, I can't do nothing the entire time. I have to do something here. Let's Force Negation with that. Pitching Dresdown, I think. And they have Fire Blast. Yep. Not much to be said about this last game. It's burned, so be it. I think we had twice where if they didn't have it this turn, we would have stabilized. But okay, I mean, so be it. Let's look at the deck list. Very happy with this list. As you saw, it had a lot of interesting games. And the deck is really, really good. It is powerful. The decisions that you make are impactful. It is well set up to deal with all the meta decks, as we saw in our games. And I had a lot of fun. Decision making is fun when you're playing Legacy. So this is the deck for you. Would I change anything right now? I didn't use Stony Sinus all that much. I'm not sure if we really need it with the combination of 3 consigns and also Magazine Back to Basics. So maybe that's a slot that I would look at. Not sure what I would replace it with immediately, but that felt like the least impactful card in the sideboard so far. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this content for more, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.